and welcome to Dungeons and Shenanigans. I'm your DM for hopefully forever.
No.
That's a long time.
Until the end of time and eternity, I am your DM.
I mean, are you sure you want to make that commitment?
Yeah.
No.
He's like, I'm sick of you guys.
I knew it.
Oh my gosh, like, can't even learn how to hide a body, like.
Hey.
So,
Well,
where we last left off, you guys went to the beautiful orchestra. While you're there, you discovered there was a little bit of a drop at play, a drop of some sort of goods at that show. Cal scouting this show determined there's definitely people there. We need to make sure that we don't have them get whatever they want. Inform Susie of it. Susie sends her clone over to go spy on the person giving the directions to the people down below. They end up finding the item. But as they're starting to find the item, we get our very own druid, Dajwan Ren, to turn into a small little gecko to do little push-ups on wherever he is. Runs across the bottom of all of the chairs, manages to just climb up the leg, the little pant leg of the person carrying this package that he's carrying through this, trying to remain undetected for the most part. You end up getting onto the bottom of the box, trying to open the box, failing, unfortunately, but biding your time. In the meantime, you guys are in the box, find that there is a half-orc gentleman who is a part of this search. You pull him into your... You pull him...
Lucky.
Lucky very politely, and everybody else very politely, pulls him into the box seats that you are in, into the side wings of this theater. You end up pulling him in and relieving him of his need of air.
Tanner did that.
Yes, definitely.
Tanner helped.
Tanera definitely helped with this.
Tanera bread.
Tanera bread.
You know, in your
I
name
love
starts
their
with a
soup.
T,
Yeah.
you just have a bloodlust.
Yeah.
You just...
Tanera bread has pretty good soup. Like,
yeah.
it's pretty good. I love a
You
little
could
bit
say
of
it's
sourdough
Steinbeer.
in there. Oh, I guess so. So,
Let's get this bread.
and anyway, you guys ended up relieving him of his duty, in a sense.
Shut up.
Relieved him of it, decided, hey, you know what we should do? We should definitely strip him of all of his clothes, give him to Lucky, and Lucky transform him into the half-orc that we just relieved of his duty.
Well, that's why we grabbed him. That was the original plan.
And-
Swap places.
Absolutely.
Had to grab him for that.
In which point that Rose and Susie were left behind with the body of the half-orc. Lucky ended up,
They're in
or
good hands.
Ephod, I should say, ended up going to go meet up with the rest of the group as if he was a part of the crew. While he was with the crew, Cal followed him to make sure that he was alright. Used his frightful presence as they all got brought back together. Feared majority of them to the point where Ephon feigned to punch another one of the gentlemen who was holding the box, in which case the little push-up lizard, otherwise known as Dajwan Ren, transformed back into his elephant form, and then transformed back into a winged snake and flew away. Sorry, Luxodon form. Transformed into a winged serpent and flew off on top of a rooftop and absconded with the package in which that they were trying to achieve.
I was still crying a little bit because the music was so wonderful.
Absolutely.
It was so
Yeah.
touching.
Beautiful.
Couldn't quite see where you were flying.
Right. I was just
Yeah.
I was just going. I was in the
And the
moment.
scenery seemed to almost match the symphony that was
Exactly.
still playing in your head. Yeah.
You guys
To
can,
which
you
you-
can follow me by the teardrops I left behind.
Exactly. To which you ended up making your way back to the Swift Tail Tavern Inn, in which case you put the potion that you had just retrieved from that box, the entire box in its entirety, into the portable hole, canceling it from this dimension, putting it into a pocket dimension. And that chaos, that turmoil, was basically where we last left off. So let's start with my favorite people to start with right now, because this has got to be the most interesting type of people, because this is in the middle of intermission.
Now, before you start that,
Yes.
I just imagine the time in real life,
Yes.
between last game and this game, were people like Googling how to hide a dead body and how to dismember bodies?
We did not,
Okay.
unfortunately.
We already know.
You can get the FBI at your front door.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
looking up
sure.
stuff like that.
we didn't go that far.
yeah. No. See, that's why incognito tabs. No.
That definitely helps.
Yeah,
That works.
yeah. They'll never find it that way.
We got a VPN.
They'll never catch me.
Yeah, I've seen Breaking Bad.
I've seen
I'm easy.
Yeah.
Just acid, right? Put them in a
Yeah.
jar.
No, see, yeah. I actually
bucket.
binge watched all the forensic files.
Yeah.
There you go.
So I'm
You know.
set. I'm
Binge
there.
watch Bones, really.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, that's a big one. I actually did start watching it again.
So, let's start with my favorites. Rose and Susie.
Favorite.
You guys are within the fun little balcony area of this theater. It is the middle of intermission. There are still a few ushers kind of in the hallway leading to all the different box seats in this row. What is your plan? You are covering the curtains, making sure they are closed so tightly. You are making sure the body itself isn't visible from the other box seats across.
Mhm.
The body is now across the floor currently, and you try to hide it as best as possible, but what is your current move?
How much time is left on intermission?
The intermissions themselves, they make a history check for you.
13.
13. Intermission's not a terrible thing to understand. You know that they are 10-minute intermissions. You know that it has been at least about 5 minutes. So you have about half of the time left to figure out what to do with this body that is currently present. So you have 5 minutes to figure this out before people start to walk back into their box seats and get concerned. What is your move?
Rose, we have 5 minutes left, which means we have 2 options.
Mhm.
We try to ditch the body now and run, or we wait the rest of the show.
Well, where are we thinking of ditching the body? Are we leaving it here or are we moving it somewhere else?
No, I think we should. Jeez. Jeez. So,
No.
No pressure.
so we can. I don't know if we'll be able to leave it in another box, but we shouldn't leave it in this box because all of us will be gone. That'll be too suspicious,
Okay.
probably. We can try and just leave him in the hallway outside of someone else's box. Everyone's kind of still in the lobby.
Can I have enough of a gap? And can I try to see how many ushers or people in general?
Yeah, make a perception check. First, make a stealth check to see if you can avoid their line of sight.
Just a stealth check.
Just a plain stealth check.
Give me a second. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You are pretty well hidden. The guys here they don't like their jobs, it seems. They're just kind of going through the motions. Go ahead and make me a perception check to see if you can determine what their routes might be or how much they are viewing.
17.
17. There are 2 guys. There's one at the very end of the hall and one at the beginning of the hall. So there are 2 guards, technically guards, but they are technically ushers. So you can make the decision on whatever you want to do to distract them. So it is up to you to decide.
Okay, Susie. There are 2 ushers, guards, whatever you want to call them.
Okay.
One at this end of the hallway, the other at the other end of the hallway.
Okay.
Getting this guy out of here without them seeing us is going to be virtually impossible.
Could you somehow get both of them on the other side of the hallway, and then I can drag the body out?
Probably, yeah. I'd have to come up with some sort of...
Do you think you can do this before the show starts?
It's a good question. Do you think it's not showing up?
It's fine. Do you think you can?
Yes.
Then
Tentative, yes.
go for it. I don't know,
What?
maybe... gosh, I'll just try and get ready to move him if you...
Okay, well...
Okay.
So we're kind of, are we
You guys are
They
kind of
like-
in the center.
in the center?
Yes.
I was going to say they're kind of equidistant. That makes it so much more difficult.
Yep.
That makes it so much more difficult.
Can you try to get them like somehow on the other, like where the hallway turns, so that way I can go out and then walk.
I can try. Okay.
Is the house lights flickering now? Are we
Yes,
knowing
they
that
are.
The
The
show?
house lights are
So
flickering.
the show is about to start. I think.
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
all right. Show is about to start. We ran out of time for this plan. I think we just need.
We need to sit and wait it out.
I think we need to sit and wait it out
Okay.
because we can't leave during the show. That's
It's
not
yeah,
gonna
it's
work.
bad.
Yeah,
Less than 2 minutes left.
I think.
We need to sit and wait this out.
Okay, but
Okay,
where do we
gotta
put the
stash
body?
him. Okay, so keep the curtain closed. Let's scoot our chairs up
Okay.
closer to the railing so we have more room behind us to put him.
Oh, so are we gonna put him all the way at the back then?
No, I mean yes.
Well, yeah, pretty. But behind us, and then we'll sit at the front.
We'll sit at the front.
But what if someone walks in?
We didn't know there was a person there.
But we made the we.
No. We didn't know there was a person there, Susie.
We didn't know there was a person there.
We didn't know there was a person there.
Okay.
A drunk man must have stumbled in and
Oh,
fell asleep during
Yeah,
the music.
because he's so clearly
He's passed
is
out.
drunk.
He is passed
Should
out.
we put him face down then, so they don't like see the?
Susie, make a medicine check with
They
advantage.
don't-
Oh god.
Fast.
That is.
With advantage.
Oh, with advantage. That was a 12. This one's not a 12. 12.
Clearly asphyxiated. He is definitely suffocated, and his face is now starting to turn like a seafoam green now, because the blue kind of coming through the green. Like his eyes are a little bloodshot.
Yeah, we're flipping him up. Yeah. He's face down. Should we? I don't know. Should we try to?
People are starting to come back into the house.
Yeah, the curtains are
Yeah,
closed.
yeah.
The curtains
Yeah.
are
We're
closed.
should I try to like? I still have the scarf thingy from Ren's staff. Should I try to like wrap his face like kind of
No,
like
no.
like a scarf?
No.
No. Why not?
You can't do that. That's just gonna be like weird evidence. Like they saw him. They saw Doll walk in with that.
You see
Oh,
the
that's
see
right.
the
Yeah,
house
the tight
lights.
They saw Doll walk in.
As
with
you
that.
are describing this, the house lights are now starting to fade.
Okay. Oh, shoot. Just-
Everybody is now returning back to their boxes. You see the audience pouring back into their seats.
So he's probably face down. I would say.
Yeah.
He is face down in your own box.
in our
Yes.
box at the back of the
our
box,
box.
and we're sitting
Like,
at the
not-
very.
You
not-
mean at the very front of the box? You mean?
No.
Because you're back. Because if you're sitting in the box seats right here, like if you're sitting like this, looking out at the show, are you putting it right at the very front of this row right here, or are you putting it right by the curtain?
Behind our chairs. Behind our
Behind
chairs.
it. We're sitting
If-
at the edge.
If it's behind your chairs, then it'd be between the rows, or are you putting it at the very back of the rows where the curtain is?
Back of the rows with the curtain.
These box seats are
Okay.
bolted down.
What do you mean?
Like,
Huh?
is it just like chairs?
Do you mean this?
Or
So
are
the
they,
chairs
like,
are put
bolted?
in rows like that.
Yeah,
So
but can I
Are they
pick them up
bolted or
and
can we
move them?
move them?
yeah, you can move.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So we're sitting the closest we can to the stage,
Mhm.
and the body is the farthest away from the stage
I
behind
would say
us.
probably not touching the curtain or anything though.
Yeah.
Okay. So is he? Because the box seats themselves is like just a flat surface with just kind of like a half oval kind of a shape to it,
Yes.
and then you guys are positioned like this, looking out towards there with the seats.
Yeah.
The curtain is right back here. So
Yeah.
so you're putting the body right next to the curtain,
The
or
curtain.
in between
Okay,
a row?
there's two curtains, right? The one that's the door and the one that's blocking the view from the other people, right?
So that's in the front.
I need a diagram.
This is suddenly become more
so much more
complicated
complicated
than I think it should be. I don't know what you're not understanding. The body is behind us. That way we can pretend that we never saw it.
Yeah.
It's somehow so he has to be close to the curtain because he came in through the curtain and passed out, and we didn't see it at all
Uh-huh.
because we're at the front. It's behind us.
We didn't see it at all.
We didn't see it. We have no clue who this guy is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you're still drawing a diagram. Oh
Yes,
my
I
gosh.
I need it. I genuinely
You-
do need it. I thought that was a vacuum cleaner.
Good job.
Oh
Oh, no.
Over by you? Yeah.
Yeah, but you clearly have them there.
Yeah,
They're
clearly.
right there.
Yeah, they're sitting by you, but I have them.
Yeah.
This is the help for you. So the one at the very bottom is the stage.
Okay.
So flip it around the other way. There you
It's
go.
going like this way?
Yes. So the stage is at the very bottom. So that is like if you were sitting in the seats, you're looking straight forward towards the stage.
Okay. So that's the curtain. This is to the hallway? Or
Yes, that's to the hallway.
This is to the hallway.
Yes, and then this one right here,
Is
that is
blocking.
to
Just
block
click
the next view.
He's not looking good.
I think
This right here is towards the stage.
so. We're
The
probably
lights are
sitting these two
the stage
seats.
lights are now dark. It is completely dark
Yeah.
in the theater.
We're in
Okay,
those
so we're
two.
sitting in these two
Yeah,
seats.
we're
Yes.
in those two seats.
and he's like right here.
Yeah.
Understood. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, and no, sir, we never
There's a person?
saw anybody enter this
Cool.
box. Yeah.
All right. There was nobody
And you're
entering.
gonna let me do the talking.
Currently, there is nobody entering your box. Everything is quiet, and then you hear the of the curtain opening, and then
Ours?
no of the main
Okay.
curtain of the main curtain.
Can you draw the main
So
curtain?
soon.
Because I'm confused.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and. Okay, so
No!
the main curtain is about.
I really needed that.
So the main curtain is like two big, like
Waterfall.
Yeah. Hang the
two
waterfall.
big falls of curtains of red, kind of like just like shimmery, like almost like glowing, molten, really,
Mhm.
curtains. And then there is a little staircase that leads up to the main stage. Okay.
Got it.
And then at the top there is this little tiny platform for.
Oh, is it circular? Is it performed in the round?
Absolutely.
It's performed in the round, but there's definitely just one side of the
Yeah,
theater.
there's
Yes.
only.
So
I've got it.
Oh,
You
man,
sure?
it's Such
You
a
sure?
strong visual in my mind.
Yeah.
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 It's like I'm there
It's
practically.
trauma at this point.
It's so familiar.
It's almost like I've been here before.
So, the stage lights are now. Everything is still quiet, and then you just, as the curtains open, you just hear this thunderous applause, and then you see the lights flash back on, and you see the maestro turn back to the orchestra, and then start. The orchestra itself erupts back in thunderous sound. You guys are now covered under sound. Not under sight as much, but under sound. So what is your plan currently? What is your current plan that you're trying to achieve?
So I'm gonna like. I feel like Rose would have sat closer to the front, like of the two chairs. I feel like she would have sat closer to the front.
Okay.
So she's just kind of like gonna lean back and be like, "Okay, Susie.
Speak up a little bit.
Okay, Susie." And
With
no-
that, a guard heard you. and-
Yeah.
No.
And now he's running
Stage
in.
whispers, you're fine.
Ah!
It's easy.
Okay, Susie.
Yes.
So we need to get him out of our box at some point. Preferably when the show ends. Unless...
But once we get him out of our box, we still have to wait till the end to leave.
Yes.
Because I think the coat guy's gonna know something's up if I go back to get our stuff in the middle of the show.
I mean, it's not unheard of for people to leave early. But if you've already been there once...
Yeah, it's gonna be. I tried to. I wasn't 100% honest with you with how I got the trench coat.
What?
I tried to. Well, I tried to convince him that Cal walked in with a trench coat and that I needed his trench coat back.
You tried to convince him that the tallest person on our party...
Listen, I thought a trench coat that size would fit this guy. He's a big guy. So, he's tall, like Cowl, and then that didn't work, so I snuck into the box and I stole one when he wasn't looking.
You snuck into the box.
I might echo.
Okay.
So if I go after, and I kind of fought with him for a while, so if I leave in the middle of the show, I think he's gonna think something's up.
Okay. There's the option that I could talk to him, but we'd still be leaving early.
Yeah, we'd still be leaving early.
So we can wait till the end of the show. I'm listing out options here. I'm not saying we have to. We can wait till the end of the show. I can try to... We should wait till the theater is mostly cleared out.
You don't know the runtime of this show.
We don't know the rest of the show. I mean, it can't
We don't
be-
have a little program?
there's
At least listing how many
Yes.
songs?
Well, the second act is.
There's
usually
no
short.
program.
There is no
the second
program.
act is usually shorter.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
second act-
Usually shorter.
Usually shorter.
This is
I
can't
Third act is
believe-
big.
For you, you roll a little low. For you, go ahead and roll me a history or intelligence check, your choice.
Can't believe there's no programs though.
A theater check.
That's ridiculous.
History is higher. I'll go history. A theater check? There needs to be a theater check.
There should be.
That's a...
Sorry, history or performance, I'll say then.
That's a big difference, man. Well, I got a pretty high history.
It's up to you. Which one?
I got a really high history.
Okay.
So I got
19.
19.
Yeah, you know theaters really well. Act 2s are generally a lot shorter than the first act are. If it's like a whole 2.5 hour original, it's usually gonna be like maybe an hour second act. Like it breaks down significantly more. So the show that you initially went to has been about like an hour long, so you know that you don't have a ton of time. You have maybe like anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes of time to make sure that you can figure out what to do with this body.
Susie,
Yes.
generally in theater, have you been to the theater before?
No.
You look at her soulless blackened eyes.
Yes, I'm an avid thespian.
How do you know what that word means?
Whoa! Generally in theater,
Mhm.
second acts are shorter.
Okay.
So I would say we have anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to figure out what to do. We can wait till the end of the show and wait.
Sorry.
You're just at the tavern
Yeah.
drinking.
Oh.
Drink at the tavern.
Yeah.
Good time.
It's about the time now, currently, with your guys' timeline, it's about the time where you're starting to get to the tavern.
Okay.
So you're about to offload it into the portable hole currently.
And me and Eve under tailing.
Yes.
So we can wait till the show ends, wait for the theater to clear out, and move him. Where you would probably do the moving, and I would be finding a way to distract an usher or two, or however. Hopefully they're mostly gone. We have the option of...
I mean, what would happen if we just left him here?
I don't think a lot would happen, personally. The issue would be if we left him here, and that's when an usher or guard saw, if we open the curtain and there's an usher right there watching us step over a body, that's a problem.
I can see that being a potential problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
So that's a...
What if, now hear me out. What if at the end of the show that happens? What if we just throw open our curtains and yell that a body dropped in here? Like someone threw a body through the curtains of our box.
It's possible.
Do you think you could convince them that that happened?
Yes.
Let me check my stats. Yes, I can.
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. Maybe we should sit here for a little bit longer. And then you...
Do you want me... What we could do is we could sit here for a little bit, and I could all of a sudden rush to get an usher and say...
That someone threw some...
A man fell in here, and we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened. Yeah. We should watch and see if they, walk around. And then if they, leave and then come back,
Okay.
that's when you can go out.
Okay.
Because if they're standing there the whole time, they're going to know nobody walked by.
Right.
So you guys know where they are now. So
Know
at,
there.
at this point, I'm going to have you, either of you, whoever wants to check, make an intelligence check to see if you can determine what their rounds are and determine whether or not you can find a way to find that little wedge in their gap of time where you can make a move.
Okay. And this is intelligence.
Intelligence.
Do you want to do it? Or
I'm +1.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
It's not much better, but...
but it's so.
because you are trying to be like very secretive of it and just watch through the curtain. You cannot get advantage.
That's
through this.
fine. Yes, that makes sense. 17.
17. Okay. You're just very coyly watching through the curtain with just your little eye peeking through, just making sure that you kind of get their rounds. And it looks like there's the guard at the very end of the box is now walking towards the beginning of the hallway and is now talking with the guy at the front. And it looks like he's just kind of talking with him, and then ends up like kind of going and picking it out of his pocket and brings out this like small little like tin case and slides it open, and you see him pull out a cigarette and like talking with him, and they both like, all right, and you see them both starting to now walk off.
They're leaving.
It looks like they're leaving through what looks like a fire escape exit or something to where they can go ahead and have
a smoke break. Okay.
So now it is.
There's no one in the hallway.
There is no one in the hallway, and you have an undisclosed amount of time to make a move. What is your move?
Susie, I don't know how long we have. Both of the ushers are gone. They went outside.
Do you want to move him, or do you want to pretend like he just fell in here?
Is there anything at the beginning of the hallway?
It's just like
are there restrooms?
There is a restroom as well, but there's like a male and female restroom there that you could potentially make use with.
How far is it?
It's past the hallway. So you have to walk through the entirety of the hallway, and then there's the whole balcony area, and then on the top balcony area, which is a whole lit and public space. There is a bathroom there. However, everybody that you know of, at least because you haven't scouted the area, is in the lobby, or not in the lobby, but in the show,
in the theater,
in the venue.
But there could be ushers on the other side.
I don't like it.
So that's a no-go. So do you? We could just leave him outside someone else's curtain right now, and then sit back in our box, or you can go get their help and pretend like he fell in here. What do you want to do?
Honestly, either of them works in my mind. I think there's less of a chance for it to come back on us if we move him. As long as those ushers are still gone, no one should see us.
Okay. Well, if we're moving him, I'm moving him now.
Okay, I'm gonna check outside the curtain and make sure that they're still gone.
Perception check.
Move. It wasn't scrolling. Natural 20.
You smell the faint smell of freshly lit tobacco. You know that this smoke break is going to last at least a few more minutes.
Okay,
you know that you have a moment and a chance to strike.
It takes about 8 minutes to smoke a cigarette.
However,
I don't smoke, but so many people.
However, you do know at this moment you're kind of peeking through. You notice there was somebody in the box because you were facing the hallway now. There's somebody to your left, and then there looks like there's people that were in the box to the right, but currently aren't in that box.
They're not in the box.
No.
They haven't come back yet?
At least, as far as it seems, they have not come back. But the ones in the left,
they're there.
They're there, and they are laughing. They're talking. They're enjoying the show.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, Susie.
Yes.
Their smoke break's gonna last a few more minutes.
Okay.
There is nobody, like facing my direction out in the hallway. There was nobody, as far as I can tell, in the box to our right.
Can you, before I drag the body over there, can you go make sure no one's in there? I'll get the guy ready.
Okay.
But can you just double check that no one's sitting at the front, like us?
There's no one there.
Yeah.
So you want me to go out into the hallway?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna just kind of strafe. Not really. No.
Strafe
horrible.
back to the
That was
wall.
horrible. So I'm gonna go into the hallway and kind of peek around the corner, see if the curtain is open.
You go up into there. Okay. You're not gonna have to roll a perception check. The curtain is open.
Curtain's open.
The curtain is open. You're able to peek in. Nobody inside. On the one on your right. On the one on the left, you absolutely
There's
know there are
definitely people there in the right.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
You know that you are starting to slightly run out of time when it comes to the smoke break.
Okay.
Yeah, I would have already started moving him because we're gonna leave him in the hallway anyway. So I'm already dragging him. And now it's just, do I put him in the box or outside of the box?
I think you need to put him a little bit inside. It's completely empty. Curtain's open. Go.
Go. Yeah. He's in the box now.
Okay.
He's
Which box? The one that
The
is
empty
one
box.
occupied?
the one to our right.
Understood.
Unoccupied.
Yeah,
Unoccupied.
I
unoccupied one.
immediately give her away.
Okay.
everything that we're doing by
Excuse
putting in the
me,
box
can
and
we
people-
Susie.
Yes, yes.
Make an athletics check
Athletics?
Yes.
Okay.
to see how fast you can move this body.
21.
Okay. You end up pulling this body along with you.
Yep.
You're used to war crimes. You know how to move a dead body to stage it how you like it. You end up moving the body into the next booth, and you peek your head out. You think you're none the wiser. That no one is none the wiser on your situation.
I'm already back in the box. Like,
Yes.
Nothing has changed.
Yep, you're in your box. Now you're in your box. Make a perception check.
Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh.
Security cameras everywhere.
Security cameras. All of a sudden, technology. Whoa.
This is a DC of 10.
Yeah, it doesn't make it, man. That's a natural 1.
Okay.
My luck is gone.
You think everything went out without a hitch.
Perfect. Perfect crime.
And I'm going to try and be less suspicious, go to the bathroom.
Okay. Susie, as you put the body in there, make a perception check as well. This DC is going to be higher, though, because you're not looking directly forward. This is going to be a 15 DC.
Well. I rolled a 15, and I have a +3.
Congratulations.
So
You meet it and you beat it. You notice across the theater, on the other end of the theater, in the box seats, there is somebody who has been watching. They were watching the theater, and they have little binoculars, the little tiny little binoculars, and they are now. You end up as you move the body, you're like, okay, and you're like, okay, didn't rip the dress, didn't rip
Didn't rip the dress.
Okay, I'm looking good.
he's about to be in an Alfred Hitchcock.
And you just see a little glint at the other end of this theater. And you look up, the glint catches you, thinking it might be like a sniper scope. You look up quickly, and you notice binoculars trained directly on you, and the box next to you, which you know Rose resides in.
And he's looking at me directly right now. I'm going to.
Oh my god. I thought for sure you were just gonna like,
Yeah.
hey buddy.
You're next.
Make an intimidation check.
With advantage?
No.
Dang.
That was determined on what you did there. This is going to be a DC 14.
Not even close.
Oh.
Not even close to 14.
He's looking, and you see him pull the binoculars down, and you get a better look at him. This is a water genasi, and you see him pull the binoculars down and just go, quizzically, just kind of tilt his head, and lean over and talk to the person next to him. And you can tell this is another water genasi. He's talking with them, and it is a woman, and he's just...
Water genasi are the worst.
So as he leans over to talk, though, I'm going to exit that booth so he can't see me anymore.
Perfect.
I'm going to be in the hallway.
He's not just like fully looking, he's more just like looking still at you while describing it and leaning over to her.
Yeah. Though, but like as he kind of
like fade.
Yeah, as he
Yeah.
kind of like glances away, though, I'm gone. I'm gone.
Perfect. Cool.
Mhm.
All right. So you end up fading back.
Mhm.
Do you fade into her booth as well? Or do you pull her out?
From outside of the booth, I'm not going to open the curtain, but kind of through the curtain, though, I'm going to be like, Rose, we have to go, actually.
We need to leave.
We got it. Yeah.
You end up getting
Oh,
up.
I'm grabbing Dawes' sash.
Perfect.
Nothing left behind. I'm gonna like scan real quick, like nothing,
Mhm.
nothing,
Yep,
nothing.
no, you're all set.
Sweet. We're good.
Perfect.
As,
Scrub all the DNA.
yeah.
I'm like,
You know,
rolling it
I
up,
would take that guy out too, but then there'd be more problems. So,
The whole theater's just dead.
so we gotta go. You know, we have to.
Meteor swarm the theater.
Bella, I'm sorry about your town, but we have to blow up the theater.
Where are you from again? We need to blow it up.
Actually, you know, I wanted to support the arts,
Yeah.
but too many people know things.
It's explosive art.
Mhm.
Art is an explosion.
of
Mhm.
feeling
Sure.
and creativity.
Sure.
And
Thank you, Tanner, for understanding that.
Yeah. So yeah,
That
we
was
gotta
dumb.
go.
All right.
Yeah, we're dipping.
So you end up gathering everything. Everything's fine.
Everything's
None
fine.
the wiser.
I'm already down at the end.
You wait.
Well, no, I was just talking to you. Yeah, I know. I guess I will wait for you. Alex. I did talk to you.
As you
I'm
are
sorry. I'm trying to think of how to be not suspicious.
Susie. Susie,
Yeah.
as you are now waiting, because moving a body is pretty tough.
Yeah.
You hear the door open, and you see two ushers walking out of the fire escape.
I would have closed the curtain of the empty booth.
Okay, yeah,
I
no,
would
no,
have.
no, no.
Yeah.
I saw
Okay.
it, but I'm saying that they are now entering
Yeah.
into the theater, and they see you both exiting the booth, and they like brush themselves off to like make themselves presentable again. They, hi, are you enjoying your stay? Is there anything we can help you with?
Oh,
And they just smell of just tobacco.
oh, we're fine. We're just getting tired, so we're heading back. How was your
Alright.
break?
It was fine. Thank you for asking. Is there any more accommodations that we may provide you with?
No, I think we're quite all right.
Understood. All right. Well, enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Kind of gives a little head nod as you guys pass by him. He now knows your faces.
That's fine. Not for long.
Yeah. Shake it, shake it, super easy. It's fine. It's fine.
You both walk into the upper balcony area, the upper balcony waiting area. You descend the beautiful 2 staircases into the main lobby.
Is it a circular lobby?
No, not this one.
No, this one. It's
No.
octagon. Got it.
It's an oval.
It's an oval.
No. It's an obtuse triangle.
It's actually a sphere, you know? It's really a feat
Yeah,
of
it's-
architecture.
Yeah. You end up walking up the stairs and you just go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slide down.
Yeah. It's like one of those metal slides that didn't have quite enough like static electricity on it, so you just go.
No, it's like the mystery spot where you look taller in one
Yeah.
corner.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Leaving.
you guys end up leaving
Did
this.
we have anything at
wonderment.
coat check?
I have to pick up my knife.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
We
brought
need
a knife.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you. This is what you needed all along. Ends up walking past, and you hides from visibility. Walks back up with a dagger, puts it and presents it, and it has like a little twine attached to it with like, with the tag attached with the number on it. I believe this is yours, correct?
Yes, thank you very much.
Everything perfectly fine on it. Nothing damaged. Everything fine.
Yes. Well. Yeah, it looks great. Thank you so much.
Oh, good, good. Have a great night.
Thank you.
He has seen your face.
Yeah, he already did.
He has seen your face now.
And
You guys end up walking out of the theater into the cold open air. It's not like super cold, really. It's more just kind of like, oh, this theater was a little warmer. Now we're hitting a little kind of like a nice evening.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near like frigid.
no.
Do you think the others are back at the tavern?
Did anyone tell us anything about where they were going?
Nope. And to that
Yeah.
point, we're gonna go to our
Yeah, we're gonna come.
favorite
Yeah.
tavern keeper's daughter, Vela.
Yeah, what's up?
You are now within the Tricky Deer.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? You are in
Just-
the rival tavern of your family's establishment. What are you doing?
Just laying low, listening to any conversations that may happen with the people.
Okay, make me a stealth check again, because I don't remember what that roll was. So let's do another stealth check. And you do have advantage because of your boots.
I did 27.
Yeah, you are pretty well hidden. You're able to get a table pretty close by to them, and you do notice that there are tables where guards are, so you try to avoid those ones specifically, and try to find just an empty table nearby them. Make a perception check to see how much you can ascertain.
$17.
Wow, okay. While you're sitting there, you see the more portly gentleman wearing all of the rings, just kind of waiting, and you see him just kind of spinning what looks like a small dagger just on the table, just watching it just spin, just making sure he kind of looks around. Looks like he's waiting for the drop of some sort. And you do know at this point that it would be sunrise at this point. So, there's a few hours left.
This is exhausting. I'm just like reading a menu,
Mm-hmm.
but like not reading a menu, you know?
Yeah, no, you know how to do that expertly well.
Yeah.
You're like, biscuits and gravy, oh man, that's cool. Oh, biscuits and gravy, oh man, that's cool. Oh, look at that, biscuits and gravy, oh, that's cool. You just keep reading
Honestly,
it and reading
that's
it.
breakfast food. So yeah, it is.
I wonder if they have biscuits and
Correct.
gravy.
Oh man, that's
That's
cool.
super great.
Hi, how can I help you?
Hi. How are you today?
Are you the daughter of the Swift Tail?
Yeah, I am in town, just wanted to visit.
What you doing here?
I just wanted to visit, you know, see the sights.
Make a deception check.
What? 13.
13. Alright, let me make an insight.
That's not that bad of a roll for me.
That's a natural 2. Well, enjoy your stay. Make sure you don't curse anybody while you're here, okay?
Okay.
Alright, now, darling, what do you want?
On the biscuits and gravy.
Biscuits and gravy, good choice. That's our house special. Anything to drink?
Just water.
Water?
Actually, can I have a coffee?
Fresh out, I'm afraid.
That's okay. Just water is fine.
Understood. Be right out. Walks away.
Thank you.
In your perception check, as you're sitting there, you notice the distinct smell of coffee. There is definitely coffee in this establishment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's okay. That's not what I'm here for.
A few minutes later, you get served a fresh plate of biscuits and gravy.
Oh, and thank you so much.
Cars down. Walks away.
Wait, how much? How much?
She's already gone.
Oh, okay.
She's gonna bring you your bill later. You know.
All right, that's fine. I'm just gonna like eat very small bites while
Okay.
I'm listening to this.
You do
Watching
just like
people.
very small bites, like you're on like a film set. You're just like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, this is so good. Oh my gosh, this is so good. And you just keep feigning like you're eating.
Yeah, really cut it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The biscuits are great.
Yeah. Yeah. Really.
In your
Really
perception
getting in
check, however, sitting there, you just hear, boss, what is it? There's a message for you. Well, tell it to me. Seems as though our carriers failed the mission. They had the package and lost the package. What do you want us to do, boss? Well, I told them from the get-go we could destroy their family. So, gather their wives.
Looks like you. There we go.
We'll see to it that we get proper compensation for this job, eh? Absolutely, boss. I'll be right away.
I'm just a coward.
You see him walk away. Walk away, and you see him. You see him walk. As he's walking away, you see about like 4 other guards just stand up and just turn and walk with him.
Okay.
Probably just like a regular healing potion.
No, it's just a superior healing. Yeah.
It's grandma's sweet tea
Um,
recipe.
It's sacred.
Extra sweet.
Wow. Okay. I'll message the only person I still have contact with right now because of how far away I am is Ifan. So I'll message Ifan and just be like, hey, were you able? It sounds like you were able to turn into that guy.
You know, the guy we killed.
Yeah.
The dead guy? That guy?
Yeah, probably time to dip from that. Probably time to not do that anymore.
Oh,
The boss is mad.
well, I don't know if I really can.
As we transition
Okay.
back to Ifan. Ifan, you are now walking with the crew, and they have led you down a few different alleyways through a sewer grate.
You know where you're at.
I'm never finding my way back.
He's good.
You're never. He gets lost
It
so easy.
It was through all of these different corridors. Make an intelligence check to see, well, let's make this a survival check
He's
to
like,
see
writing
how
it up,
well
left,
you can
right,
remember
right,
where things are.
left.
This is a DC of 15 because this is a little confusing on the route that they take.
I'm gonna roll stealth.
I did really good. I got an 8.
You have no idea where you are. Okay, Cal, this is gonna be a
Disadvantage.
no, this would be a perception check. I'm gonna roll for the group
Okay.
to see what their stealth roll would be, and you have to beat that. Give me a second to give you the DC before you tell me.
I stealthed already.
Okay, I'm seeing how well you're able to like stealth with their stealth kind of thing.
Okay.
So this is gonna be a 15.
For perception.
This is a 15 for their perception.
I don't see them.
Okay, so you are hiding for the most part pretty well. Ifan, you just fall back down. As you're kind of like going through, you're like, okay, he went through this alleyway. Where did it go? You end up pausing. There is nothing in this alleyway. It ends in a dead end. What do you do?
Well, they already know I'm going after them. So I will find you.
Make an intimidation check.
Okay.
I'll say with disadvantage because you're not visible to them. Actually, no, you did
Wouldn't
a
that be
fear effect.
advantage?
That
Because
would-
I'm not visible.
You did a fear effect to them, so we'll use your first roll. What was your first roll?
18.
18. Let me see.
That was on the die, so
Yeah, that's a natural 4.
Yeah.
You just hear
I know where
coming
that-
from the manhole.
I know that one.
You know that there's a manhole at your feet. You look down, it's just right there.
Oh really?
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll drop down on them.
Okay, you end up throw the manhole over like Hulk, and you just drop through.
Yeah, drop through.
Okay, perfect.
I want to land on them.
Okay.
How big is the manhole?
Not very big. It's barely big enough for Cal to fit through. Barely. He is gonna take some fall damage for this. Cal, you end up taking, what is this? 10 points of bludgeoning damage
Sweet.
as you end up falling down this manhole. Your antlers kind of hit a little bit on the way down, and it kind of cocks your head to the side. You kind of hit your nose on a little bit of like the stair, like the ladder itself, but whatever. You're on a mission.
Did I land on them?
No, you didn't land on them.
Okay.
They were retreating as you said that.
Okay.
So you end up the water splashes.
3
Well, I don't have weapons, so I'm only using my antlers. So
Yeah.
I'll just dash towards them.
Okay. You have dark vision.
No.
Okay.
But I heard their yelp. I don't really need to see it. They just need to be in my way.
Perfect.
And hopefully Ifan gets the message to move.
Okay.
How tight are these sewers?
They're pretty tight.
Okay, sweet.
There's not much room for them. There maybe like 2-man side by side maybe could be able to fit through here if they were treading pretty lightly.
Okay.
For you, you're barely able to fit through the
Yeah.
tunnel by yourself.
That's why I'm on all fours.
You end up doing your gore?
Yep.
Okay. You end up rushing forward. Okay. In the back is technically Ifan and another guy.
Yeah.
So, Ifan, you have danger sense. You know Cal is currently there. You know what Cal does. You see him running on all fours at you with his antlers pointed outward. You know what this means.
You know I don't have dark vision too.
You know he doesn't have dark vision. You know he can't determine whether or not you are friend or foe currently. Especially because you do not look like yourself in the darkness. So, Ifan, what is your purview? You have danger sense. You know he's there. You know what he can do. What is your thing?
I go ahead and go, look out! And I try and push the other guy out of the way.
Okay. Make a deception check with advantage.
$23.
Yeah, that beats it barely. I rolled a natural 17 on that one. So you end up pushing him out of the way. Cal, you bore through and rush through, and you end up hearing "Ah!" as you just skid through this what could only be imagined as a slip and slide tunnel of sorts within the sewer. You end up sliding before you thrust forward and gore off this man.
Sweet.
And you just hear him go,
And he was really damaged by the psychic.
and you just hear him fall. You hear him start going before lands in some sort of body of water below. You are now at the end of this tunnel in between the people. There are the people on either side because you pushed him aside, Ifan. You alerted the other two to move to the side, but the one in the center was the leader. He's the one who got hit.
Am I still sliding down?
At this point, make me a acrobatics check.
Because I was going to try to make an athletics check to push my antlers up to stick to the ceiling if I'm going to fall off.
It's going to be a high DC because it is stone.
You're trying to like
We're
Looney
gonna-
Tunes yourself.
We're going to say this is a DC 20 athletics.
I have a really good athletics.
Yeah, I'm aware, but
I got a 22 actually.
perfect 22.
I plus
You end up
Summon the 22.
grinding your
Oh, no.
antlers into the ceiling, and it creates sparks before the sparks and the light of the sparks vanish. You just feel the water just trickling at your hose, waiting to just fall down to that waterfall of a free fall.
Sweet.
You are now here. What do? You end up pulling the horns out of the ceiling that had stopped you.
Who's next? As I say behind me.
Wait, we don't want any trouble. We're just here on a job.
Thanks for volunteering.
Okay.
No.
What are you doing?
I imagine it's going to be hard to move backwards through this.
A little bit, yeah.
At least they'll be with their families after the boss gets
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't feel that bad. I guess I'll start just climbing towards them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're at the end right now. So you're able to move around.
Okay.
You're able to fully face them again. It takes a second, but you're able to face them.
Okay.
So you end up just scaling forward towards them, and as your hooves against the stonework and the water splashing, you just hear the splashing backwards as they are starting to try to retreat from you.
Okay.
Ifan, are you joining in the retreat, or are you doing something
I
else?
joined the retreat.
Okay. Your move, Cal.
We're pretty far underground, right?
Not pretty far. I'd say you're maybe a good, maybe 20 feet underground.
Okay.
The guy who fell, definitely a bit further. Probably maybe a good 60 to 80 feet.
Can I do something with Aether?
What are you trying to do?
I want to pull him towards me.
Pull who towards you?
It's a pretty small tunnel, so I'll just reach out with like a long hand and grabbing and pulling for the first thing I grab. It's a pretty small tunnel, you said. So.
It is a pretty small tunnel. Okay. What are you? What are you trying to grab with? That is the question, really.
Just trying to make a hand kind of out of nowhere and grab and pull so they slip down towards me. Like pull the legs so they slip on the water.
Okay. Go ahead and let's see. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a d20, and let's add 5 to this.
Sweet. That's gonna be 19.
19, and give me that control roll.
58.
58. As you end up reaching outwards, you see out from your hand these torrent of arms, and in this space, it was already dark as it was, but it feels just this deep craving of darkness. Within the darkness, you just see these little red eyelets just throughout all of this. As you push through, you see chains starting to just writhe throughout this tunnel as your aether is now spreading out from your palm. You can't control this. You see your fur, the golden white that you normally have now. You see where your palm is turn a shade of darkened. And it goes up to maybe midway through the forearm. You see the fur darken. And you see the chains. You can't control it. Ifan, you know something is coming. You can't tell what, but you have danger sense. So I'm not going to give you disadvantage on this. But go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw to not try to be restrained from this.
24.
24. You're good. You end up just barely avoiding it. You see the guy next to you, and you're about to grab him and maybe try to pull him away to keep up the ruse. But you see the blackened chain just wrap around him like a shadow, and you just see him look at you just with the slight light coming through the manhole. He looks at you with just this face of just sorrow, agony, and terror before you just see his face vanish from your sight. You just hear down the tunnel towards where you are. What are you doing? You just see all the chains are writhing towards you.
Am I still like this?
You're still like this.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Um,
And this is exactly what your aether is now starting to become out of control. You have slight control. It's not fully aberrant, but what are you doing?
I just want him to be pulled towards me, so now I'm gonna put my hands like this and my feet against it, and I'm gonna put my head down with my antlers like that.
Of course you are. So, as you do that, you end up just putting your antlers down. Are you trying to cancel the aether effect? Or are you trying to keep it going?
I think with what's going on right now, he's just thinking about what to do right now. He's not really worried about it.
Perfect. You grab them with the chains and you're pulling it back, and as you're pulling it back, you end up putting your head forward with the antlers. All of that power. Go ahead and roll me a d20. This is against your own will, currently.
Against my own will.
This is against your own will. So go.
Okay.
I'm going to have you roll a d20, and then this is going to be a +5.
Okay.
What does that roll?
15.
15. Roll another d20, add +5.
Another one?
Yes.
It's gonna be 12.
12. You do not win against this effect.
Okay.
You see the aether starting to morph. You don't really notice it, but your aether begins to slowly morph your antlers to become jagged, and you add on where the tips of the normal antlers are, where it's just kind of a nice crown. You see them, or you would feel them starting to crest upwards like a thorned crown. You see them start to split up into barbs. You feel just this bloodlust overcome you. As they all, you feel this warmth starting to cover your forehead. As you lift your antlers, you pull them from there. You feel the blood dripping from the antlers down onto your skull, down your face, onto your shoulders. The chain still dangling from your wrist as if you were a chained beast that broke free from his bondage. Ifan,
Mm-hmm.
you're looking at the end of the hallway, and you see these glowing red eyes, this crown of bramble thorns just having this faint echo of darkness within it. You see Cal at the end of the hallway, but something is vastly different.
Am I in control?
You're in control slightly.
Okay.
There is a shared control.
I was gonna try to do what I did to the meteors, to all this liquid on me.
You're trying to absorb it?
Yeah.
As for what? As a sacrifice?
Yeah, to like, hey, you can have this, and I'll go.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me another d20. This is going to be a +2 bonus for your spirit.
Okay, that's 19.
19. Okay. You feel the souls of the ones that you have just gored absorb within you. You feel the antlers on you slowly transition back to what they should be. You feel that echoing of the bloodlust start to slowly fade a little bit. And you just hear more. As the entity in which you have made a bargain with seems to be not quite enough for what you had bargained for.
Okay.
There is more to be had. You feel the chain still linked to your wrist, almost as if it is a shackle that is like drifting off, like 5 broken chains off of that one wrist shackle.
Do I see that there's someone ahead of me? Still?
Yes.
Or can I not see in the dark still?
You can't see in the dark still, but you just see that it's like faint bit of light coming through the manhole, and you see that there is a person. You can't tell who.
You gotta be like, go.
Okay, last one.
Yeah, no.
You hear him say that, Ifan?
Gonna be the last one out, so
You're still not gonna change more.
if everyone else is out, I'll make my way out. But
Okay, you're by the ladder. Are you trying to climb up the ladder to try to run away from Cal?
yes,
Okay, so this is going to be, at this point, this is going to be an acrobatics versus athletics check, whichever one you either want to take. So, you can be athletics versus athletics, acrobatics versus athletics, whichever.
Well, I imagine in the state I would still use the chains.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, if he's using the chains, Ifan, this is going to be probably an acrobatics check.
okay.
To see how well you can avoid being grappled by these aether-based chains.
Okay.
So, go ahead. This is going to be an aether roll for you.
Okay.
So, for you, go ahead and roll me another d20, and this is still a +5.
That's a 5, so 10.
10 total. What is your acrobatics? For a total of?
Should still be higher. Oh.
For a total of 4. As you're climbing up the ladder, you're grabbing on, and you're like, yes, I'm almost out of the manhole. You feel a chain grab your ankle, and as you're like, no, boom, 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 your head just hits the bars as you fall down, and you're now face down in this sewer. As the aether chains are now wrapped around your ankle, barely catching you. You feel the barbs in the chains themselves of these black iron barbs just digging into your skin.
Okay. I'm gonna draw up the form.
He
Get
has no
back to
dark
myself.
vision. As your form starts to shimmer away, are you making any indication of who you are?
I don't think I just hit my head on a bunch of steps coming down.
Okay.
Dang, he's trying to die.
I'm not a smart man, and you just made me dumber.
I'll take the one brain cell he has left.
Tanner, you can't use being dumb as your excuse for everything. Come on, man. Yes. I
This is
mean, you
Kella
can,
all
but you
over again.
can't.
I can and I will.
I will.
I think what I would do though is I would try to talk to Cinder and see if there's a way I could burn away the chains.
Okay. As the chains hit you, and now you just splashed within the water. You just have this like kind of ringing in your head. You just hit your forehead against this hard stone brick. Your head is reeling. Your face is just covered in unknown mush of the sewers.
Oh, it's no. We just can't talk about it.
Everything about you is just feeling not great. Your head is buzzing. Ifan, go ahead and make me a d20 roll again. And this time, this is a +2.
16.
As you hit your head against the ground, and you feel the chain slowly dragging you backwards, where the amount of force it once had is significantly diminished. The chain still has power, but it seems to be pulling you much slower. When you see a flame light, and you see sitting there, arm resting on his sword, lit ablaze. What?
I need your help. I don't know if Owl's in control of his aether, and I need to get away. And I'm getting dragged back to him by.
You continue to lean on me when you have more power than you know. Why is that? As you're still slowly feeling the effects of the chain, just very slowly dragging you away.
I don't really have that much power. I've never had power.
You fool. I gave you my blessing. I gave you my power, for I sensed there was great potential in all of you. But you are a foolish child. You know not the power in which you wield. You do not know the power in which you ask. Learn to seek my power. Learn to seek the power of creation. And through that, you will learn more of me and my identity. You have the power to stop this. I will not assist. If you wish to die in this way, I will find another. Maybe a year from now, hundreds of years from now, it does not matter. I am merely but a soul. You are a means to the end, and I wish to see what your end may be. Rise above the occasion, or tell me that I should find another. It's your choice. And you see the flames on the sword that are echoing around him that kind of gave him this visage where you can see him. You see the flames themselves extinguish. You're in a lightless tunnel once again. The chains resume to their normal strength. Cinder is no help.
I guess I will channel the aether on my own to get out.
Okay. How are you doing this? What is, in Ifan's mind, what is Ifan trying to create? What is Ifan trying to manifest? What phenomena are you trying to create?
I think flames capable of burning away the dark.
Okay. That is interesting. Okay. Is this conscious or unconscious?
It's definitely conscious at this point. I gotta get out.
Okay. High or low?
Hi.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20. And go ahead and add 5 to this.
23.
As you are there, you're breathing heavy, and you see around your ankle the black chains. You see them starting to glow this molten color before you see flames erupt out from where your ankle is, burning away the chain, and you see it just sear it and melt it until it shatters away, and you're able to pull your ankle away. You see the molten metal around your ankle fall before vanishing and returning back to the elements in which it came. You're
Does
now,
this give me a chance to see what it is?
you now see your whole leg is now engulfed in this flame. You see a bright and fiery visage of Yvonne. You hear the wind in this very thin tunnel whipping up, as it seems as though he has unleashed all the elements currently at his disposal.
Ifan, what are you doing?
I could ask you the same thing.
Why are you disguised as one of them? I could have killed you.
We talked about this.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we most definitely did.
I thought you were the one that dove in the water. Why were you the one in the back?
No.
You're always in front. Ugh. I'm gonna dive into the water.
Okay. Okay.
Because I know there's a guy down there with more
Yep.
blood.
You are going to hit water.
Yeah.
And you don't know what you're going to hit.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take damage.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
You 100% are going to take damage right now.
It's the only thing I can do.
Okay.
Bye, Cal. Hope you find your dad.
Okay. You take 23 points of bludgeoning damage as you leap off Swan Song. You try to dive. You hit the water with a little bit of grace. But the water itself, you splash into it. You're expecting more water. You hit the ground
Oh,
underneath the water.
I heard a pool before.
He hit water as well,
It's the belly floor.
but he hit hard as well. And you smack into the face of this. Feel just like this, like, jarring as it hit your nose. You just hear, who's there?
Can he move?
Cal?
No, the guy.
You don't know. It's total darkness.
I'll go towards his voice.
You end up wading through the water. Stop! 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 I don't want any trouble. I was just sent on a job. I can give you the payment I was given. I was just on a job. I have no ill will towards you or whatever organization you're part of.
If you give me 2 limbs, I'll let you go.
Two limbs?
Yes. We can do 3 or 1. It's your choice. But I really just need blood to stop this.
I stop what?
Okay. Am I still like that? The darkness?
You faded a bunch.
Okay.
By taking on that,
Mhm.
you reduced it.
Okay.
So you don't have as much of the bloody visage you once had. The chains themselves are still around your arm, where the darkness has spread. That's the only change currently.
Then I'll. Am I close enough now to like see him?
It's total darkness.
Okay. That's the offering. I'll let you live if you give me limbs.
Hey, listen. What do you need? I can get you what you need.
In the next 20 seconds, I'm gonna need a lot of blood from another person.
What about the guys? My men. What about my men? You just.
I've already absorbed them. You're the next one I need.
There's still another man up there.
I'm sorry. This is just the way this works.
Okay. What's your stealth check?
20. That's what it was before.
20? Or not your stealth, your perception, my bad.
My perception.
Yes.
Want me to do it again?
This is your passive perception.
Oh, it's 8.
8?
Yeah.
Roll a 7.
No!
No!
I can't get a break, can you?
2
my god.
total. I rolled a 2. That comes out to 7.
Oh my gosh.
So I can't see him, but I can hear where he is.
You hear the water sloshing as he's trying to like get up onto like what looks like what you would assume is like more just brick, and you just hear like that of him trying to escape and trying to stealth away.
I'll go grab where I heard.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check at disadvantage, and this is going to be an acrobatics check from him at disadvantage. Jesus.
You said athletics?
Yes.
It's going to be 21.
Grab him.
Okay. Where do I grab him at? Can I feel?
Collar. Like right around like the back side of the collar.
Okay. And then I'll pull him to get my hand on his shoulder.
Okay. You pull him back. Okay.
That's a bad idea.
Hey.
If you run, I take all of you. If you stay and let me take some of your parts, that's good enough and you can get away. I'm making this really simple.
Hey, whoa. Hey, look. Okay.
Look, it's either you or my best friend, and I don't want to kill him, so I'll kill you.
Okay. Hold on. It's people you want, right?
What?
It's people you want, right?
Oh, I thought you said something else. That's inappropriate.
No. It's people you want, right?
Pee-pee, yeah.
What?
People?
People.
People.
It's people you
Yes, but I need it now. Are there any in the sewer?
want. There are.
Yeah, you're right here.
No.
I'm hungry.
Hey, whoa. I run a whole underground organization down here. I can get what you need. I can get it when you want it. Okay. Like I implore you.
Let me pull up the Google Doc.
I'm not the only one down here. There are multiple.
I'm gonna pull him close, and I'm gonna say, "Blood and skulls may tell our deeds." Does he know?
I'm gonna roll a history to see if he knows this.
Okay.
This is I'm gonna say that he has a +2 to history.
Okay.
And for this, that's kind of a niche thing. We're gonna say that's a DC 15.
Okay.
So he's got to roll at least a 13.
13.
13 on the die.
Okay.
But the heart and mind remember it.
You said it wrong. As I break his shoulder.
All right. I'm not a part of the Skull Wardens.
It's the mind and heart, not heart and mind. Even I remember that.
All right. I'm not a part of the Wardens, okay? But I respect what they do. Are you part of the Wardens? I can lead you to more of your people.
I was.
I can lead you to people that can help you.
Just give me a limb. I'll bring it down to a limb. Okay.
Hey man, like as his shoulder's dislocated.
Mm-hmm. It's already dislocated, so like.
Hey, no, hey, whoa, stop. Do you need a whole person? I can give you a whole person.
Right now.
It'll take me a couple of minutes. You can follow me.
I need it right now.
It'll take a couple of minutes, but I can get you an entire person rather than just.
You're already taking too long.
Hey.
I can tear it off for you, so it's faster and easier.
No, hey, whoa, hey, stop. Let's think about this rationally. Ifan, you're hearing this whole thing.
I feel like he's just standing there like, well,
Just
time to
hit it with fire.
Ooh, he's so
Ifan,
good.
your leg is still on fire, illuminating the area,
Is our conversation happening?
and you end up kind of walking forward. Every step you take kind of makes like a tss, 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 as it tries to be extinguished by the water, but just can't quite be. You kind of lift your leg out over the ledge, and you just see a faint bit of light on Cal holding a guy by his shoulder, and he's holding the shoulder as well. And you've heard this whole conversation. You know what's happening down here currently.
It's fine. Kids are having fun.
Yeah.
Look, man.
They're just
look,
playing.
Hey, look. Okay. I was sent on a business. I was sent on a job. Okay.
I know, and we already compromised him.
There are powerful people here.